everybody, it's Rob again. It's time for another member talk. We are excited. This is a member that has joined us here very recently. We met them through the Cana virtual conference, which we just had here a couple weeks ago. Didn't really know about them until I was kind of going through the Cana Expo there, and it said these guys are from Stanwood, Washington, just up the road there from the Seattle area a little ways, and they are called Starry Night Glass Art. And we're here today with Stephanie and with Jason. Hi guys, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. And this is a fun one because Jason, you're actually going to be making your product while we're talking today.
Yes, absolutely.
This is cool. So before we get into it, Stephanie, tell us a little bit about what is Jason making behind you there? What is he making for us?
So what Jason's making right now is we're fulfilling an order for our signature item, which is an energy pendant. I'm actually wearing one right now. And so you're going to be watching the process of him making at least one during this interview. So we thought it would be kind of fun and different to have like an interactive type of thing with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for coming on and doing this. This is really kind of cool to see how these things are made, see what you're doing. So tell us a little bit about the background of Starry Night Glass Art. How did this begin? Where did the idea come from?
Oh, well, the idea came from, unfortunately, when we lost our giant schnauzer, Simba. We received his cremains in a wooden box, and we just thought, you put the wooden box up or you put it in the closet or on the mantle, and we just thought, there's got to be a nicer way to display your loved one or your pet in your home without it being obvious that it's there's a dead person in there or something.
Sure.
So Jason started working, getting cremains into glass, and it's kind of a touchy thing because too much ash would compromise the glass and it would crack. So it's kind of a fine, fine line how much ash you can put in. We just use a very small amount, like 1 teaspoon. So the people still get to keep the majority of their cremains in the urn, or however they receive them from the crematory. And we just need a teaspoon or so per item.
Yeah. No. The history, Jason is a second generation glass blower. Am I saying that right? Is that what you're actually, a glass blower, Jason?
Yeah. So the history on Jason is that both of his parents are glass blowers. His mom started first, and then his father picked it up. And when Jason got to be of the age around 10, they started teaching him the fundamentals of glass blowing, and so he's been doing this all of his life. And his career started out at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Where he was hired to be a demonstration glass blower, and he had his little booth there, and he was blowing glass inside the hotel, and was selling the items that he made, and that's how he started out. The great thing about that is the MGM also invited other glass artists from all around the world to come, for a shorter period of time to be with Jason. And so Jason learned a lot of different techniques from wonderful glass artists from all around the world. So.
Yeah.
Can you show that real quick? You don't have to be nice.
So this is how he's starting out right now.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
There we go.
That's beautiful.
So hard to see how that is going to end up like this. But
Yeah.
you'll see the magic happening over there.
There's going to be something magical right now.
I know, and I'm getting distracted because I'm trying to watch you and listen to what you're saying, but I keep watching Jason in the background going, "What's he doing?" So,
it's going to be adding pure silver to the glass.
yeah, this is actually really a cool thing. So now you are up in Stanwood, is that right?
Right. We're just a bit south of Stanwood downtown. We are in the Warm Beach area. We have a lovely home and a studio right on Lake Martha, which is just wonderful up here.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping when we first talked to you there at Cana that it would be nice to be able to come see you, but unfortunately with all the gathering restrictions, we get to do this. We get to do it by way of internet there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got another piece there. Is he adding to it there? Is that what's going on?
Well, he's showing the different stages, but
gotcha. So let's talk about. You said it was your Schnauzer that passed, and that kind of gave you the idea to move into adding cremated remains. You do more than though just add cremated remains to the glass as you're making that. You've said you've used other products as well. Tell us kind of some of those that you've been able to use.
We started out with adding cremains to the glass pieces, but then there are a lot of people who don't want to cremate their pets or their loved ones. So we also expanded now to make memorial glass art out of hair or fur. We've even done feathers of a bird. The most unusual animal pet that we've ever made a glass memorial out of is a 5-pound African bullfrog.
Oh my gosh.
That
Seriously.
was really, really interesting and cool.
Well, how did that go when they showed up and said, "Here, we'd like this in glass"? Was that kind of a shock, an eye-opener for you?
No, I mean, they contact us in the beginning and say, you know, I have a bullfrog, you know, I have about 3 teaspoons of ashes because that's what was left of him.
Yeah.
And we said, absolutely, we can do it with however much you have, and any cremains or hair that we do not use are sent back to, you know, the client with their order.
Good. So how do people do they come to you in person then typically, or do people send cremated remains to you? How do they do that on average?
Right. So we always invite our local people here to come into the studio and watch their memorials being made live, like you're seeing here. And that is really something special for the people that are here to watch, and you know, they take pictures or video, and they know that Jason is, you know, working on their particular piece. Most of our business is done through mail and online. We have a website and we have an Etsy store, but it's always special for us when we see somebody coming in and participating in the memorial process, and it's a healing moment for a lot of people to see that, you know, the cremains are being turned into something beautiful and wonderful.
Now I gotta ask, how hot is that flame that he's back there sticking his hand?
I can tell you. Okay, the flame is 5,500 degrees.
Holy cow!
And it's getting hot in here right now.
Yeah. And his hand is like right next to it. How does he do that?
I know, he's used to it. He's used to it. But during the winter, it's really nice because it's nice and cozy in here. In the hot summer days, it's getting hot.
I imagine so. Yeah, that's over 5,000 degrees on that flame. We don't even cremate it that hot. Cremation is about 16 to 1800 degrees.
Right. So the reason why he has to work on such a hot flame is because we utilize borosilicate glass, which is also known under the brand name Pyrex. Everybody knows Pyrex, glass
Right.
pieces to cook in.
Yeah.
We're using that same glass for memorials for the simple fact that this glass is way more durable than regular glass, or what we call in the industry soft glass, which you may see in the other type of glass blowers with the huge furnace, and they have the huge rod and they make big items. They're usually using soft glass, and that's more breakable. So we're doing all of our pieces with borosilicate glass. It's way more durable. If something falls down, it won't break.
Yeah. Now, what did he just do there? It looked like he added a couple things. Was that some color palettes or something back there that he's adding to it?
Let me ask you. Did you just do the acid?
Pressed it down. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, rotate it.
He put it in the mold, and so
Okay.
he's. I don't know if it can pick up on that,
Oh,
but it's starting. It's hard to see when it's glowing and it's 1,000 degrees hot.
We're actually going to be adding ash right now, so you'll
Yeah.
see it, the physical process being done.
All right. Well, then I'm going to just stop talking for a minute and see how this process works. And
So this one was done with hair.
okay.
So what we kind of brought it down into an ash a little bit ahead of time. But what I'm going to do now, and you may see some sparks coming off. That's just the metals from the body or whatever, and
Sure.
whether it's an animal or body. They just can't survive in here. The metal can't. So everything else is left.
Wow. And I can't believe
we have a lot of
5,000
iron in our
degrees.
body. Neutralized in the flame, and actually may even change the color.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, so he's dipping in the ash right now, and when he puts it back in the flame, you should see some sparks flying out. There,
Yeah.
there they are.
We'll
That's
do that
amazing to me that that's 5,000 degrees and you're just nonchalantly sticking your hand in and out of it like it's no
Oh, it's pretty safe though. I mean, this is with proper training, it's safe, I should say.
Yeah. I bet it does warm your room up.
So I just added a bunch of ash to this, and now we're going to kind of blend it in to the glass. So it's kind of like kneading. Like so, you want to kind of make sure it's all blended smoothly and properly. And
It's kind of the consistency of taffy right now.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll
that
try
makes
to get it hot
sense.
enough to kind of see how everything gets blended.
Yeah, you can see it kind of moving around back there a little bit, the way those two come together.
It's hard to see through the flame right now.
That's
All
why
you're
I'm trying to
seeing,
bring it
yeah,
out.
all you're seeing is the big
So
ball.
that's, we stretch it out and then mix it back in, and it's back out and in
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah, taffy does make sense. It looks like that. It looks like that when you stretch it. So what, besides pendants, what else are you, what other kind of items? You can see kind of in the background there some of the different necklaces and things. Tell us a little bit about those that you have too.
Right, so we have a whole variety of glass art, memorial pieces, and we also do celebration pieces. We're not just limited to memorials, so we do a lot of wedding cake toppers and anniversary gifts and things like that. But our prime business is the memorials because that's really what we're passionate about. So we have paw print paperweights. We do pyramid shapes, memorials, and globes, of course, of all different sizes. And we also combine some of our globes with angel wing bases that they're cradled in. And
Sure.
all of these items, they're visible on our website. We also do pendants like this, ornaments, sculptures, and we also always welcome custom orders. So if somebody has something in mind specifically, we'll try and make it. If it can be done, we'll do it.
We're at the point where we're going to actually add the ash into the glass.
Okay.
We're going to combine them.
All right.
You say we're adding the ash now?
Yeah, he's adding the ash to the pendant, the other half of the pendant. So the ash is usually on the back in the backside here, and then he made this piece ahead of time.
Now we'll combine the two.
Right.
Okay. And then you look like you have a ring on, a blue ring. Is that one of your pieces as well, or was that just something that you had?
What were you saying?
When you were showing your pendant, it looked like you had a blue ring on your finger there.
No, this is just, that's a stone. That's a tanzanite.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was one of the pieces.
But we're actually just now, funny that you mentioned it, we are starting to work out how we're going to do rings. We're just about to order some sterling silver ring bases, and then we can do like a little, like kind of like this, place it inside with the ashes in it, because we do get some people who ask, do you make rings? And so far we haven't, but we're going to. So that's an exciting new project that we're looking forward to making.
Well, you had mentioned your website, and one of the things we want to do is to put that on here. Tell us, what is the website and how would we find you?
All right, so our website is starrynightglassart.com. That's Starrynightglassart.com. And we also have an Etsy store, and you can find us on Starry Night Glass Art on the Etsy store as well.
Yeah. Well, this has been really intriguing to see this take shape. What are we looking at? Are we has he just about got it finished up, or is there still some more time with that? I want to kind of see the end result of it.
Yeah, it's a little bit noisy in the background, only because we have our oxygen generator, which is kicking on once in a while. So that's why I'm up here close so I can hear you. Anybody can also contact us on our email address, which is starrynightglass@gmail.com.
Okay.
We're about to see what this will look like.
All right. He's about to show you something.
It's amazing how it's all come together right here like this.
I wish we could bring you in closer, but we can't right now.
Yeah,
Probably
well,
melt the camera.
5,000 degrees is too warm for me, so.
I keep my distance from it too.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention is that we do have business relationships with several crematories and veterinarians and old dog havens and places like that. And for our business partners, we develop a discount for them, and we make the memorials and ship directly to their customer without a receipt. And anybody who wants to be a business associate with us, they get one of our nifty little catalogs here, which pretty much depicts everything that we make, so that they can have it in their place of business, and it kind of helps people seeing, what they have to offer as and it's a kind of nice extra benefit to have for the crematories, besides the actual cremation, to show that you can also order a piece of glass art at the same time. Yeah, hold on. Here we go. Now it's the I don't know if the camera can actually pick up on, there we go.
Coming out, yeah.
You can
Yeah,
kind of see it now. It's coming together. It's bright orange because it's just hot glass.
sure. What color will it end up when it's all said and done?
It's going to end up looking just like this with a black background.
Okay. All right. Now,
Once it cools down, it has to cool down overnight.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It has to cool down very, very slowly overnight so that it strengthens it. It anneals it, it strengthens it, and therefore, it's really, really durable for that extra time that's spent. It's worth it, for sure.
So what's a normal turnaround time? If somebody contacts you and says, I have some cremated remains of my loved one, I'd like to get a pendant or one of the other pieces that you have, we want to send that to you. What would be a turnaround time or an expected turnaround time of receiving that back?
Absolutely. We're actually one of the fastest turnaround people. We've looked at other glass artists that do memorials, and it's weeks and weeks. Ours is usually 3 to 5 day working days turnaround. However, during the COVID, it's hard for us to get some of our materials, so it's now 7 to 10 day turnaround, which is still pretty good. From the time we receive the ashes, it's 7 to 10 day turnaround.
Sure. And that's really not that bad if you think about it, with having the cremation performed, and then if you're going to have a memorial gathering in the near future, you could actually use those to make and provide to your family members and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And we actually, the pendants that Jason's working on right now is for a family that is from an Indian tribe locally here, and they wanted these pendants made by this Friday, so because they're having a celebration of life for the deceased lady on Saturday. So we're working late, doing it, making sure we're going to do this by Friday.
Good. Now, what's he working on now? What's he making now? It looked like he bent it over like it was the loop or something.
It's probably the bail, but let me just check with him.
It is the bail.
It is the bail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
There you go.
So that's even made out of the glass as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
So then he's going to attach this to the pendant.
Yeah. And does that also take...
Don't touch the fire.
that also take quite a lot of time to cool down as well, the bail part?
The whole thing, he puts all the pieces together, and then he puts it in the kiln overnight. How hot is the kiln?
1100 degrees.
Okay, so the kiln is only 1100 degrees.
Only. So you got a 5,000 degree flame and an 1100 degree kiln in there?
That's right.
How are you surviving that? It's 100 degrees outside where I'm at right now, and I can barely stand it.
This flame is very, very controlled. This is a specialized piece of equipment. So we're running about 5,000 degrees right now, and I can do this with it. I can just put my hand right on the base of the torch. And it's not hot at all.
I'm going to believe you, but I'm not going to come over and try it.
Yeah, it's a very specific piece of equipment designed to keep us cool, and it's also a safety issue. If you touch it accidentally, you don't want to burn.
Yeah.
The old days we used to.
I bet.
Equipment, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
We also offer glassblowing experiences. So if you or anybody would like to try it out, we do glassblowing lessons. We've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and everybody loves it. You don't have to have any experience, but you get to make at least one really cool piece, like a pendant or a little jar or a pen. Glass pens are really cool. So we're, jack of all trades, I suppose.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. I love watching how this has come together. Looks like he's just about done.
Yeah.
We'll show
but,
it in just a second.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun to see it, to see the process, and it's been great to actually meet you guys. Like I say, just kind of cruising through the Cana convention at the expo, which was interesting because it was all virtual, but it was a lot of fun to go through, and then to see that here's a local mom and pop shop right here in Stanwood. I can't wait to come up and see you guys the next time I'm in the area and maybe get some glass from you.
Absolutely. We invited you to come up, and we hope that you take us up on that and come in and, show the members. We're going to put you on the torch, and you're going to make something.
Hey, that'll be fun. It'll probably just be a big blob, but that's all right. I'm not very artistic.
It's your blob. It's fine.
All right. Anybody not make something cool.
Right.
There you go. Well, yeah, we do our district meetings periodically, twice a year actually, but unfortunately with the restrictions, we're going to be going virtual again this upcoming one. Otherwise, I would say come on down and actually do this at our district meeting up in that area. But
we'd love to do that another time when it's safe to do so. We just bring down our torch and have a little demo for you.
What does that thing run on? Is that propane? Is that natural gas?
Yeah, propane and oxygen.
Yeah, propane and oxygen. And we used to get oxygen deliveries, but we purchased an oxygen generator, which you can hear slightly in the background. Right. But it really saved us during the COVID pandemic because oxygen deliveries were completely at a standstill because they had to deliver to the hospitals, which is what they should do. The hospitals were way more important than us little glass blowers. So we were really super happy that we had the oxygen generator during this time.
Well, that's really cool. Can we get a quick look at the final piece there?
Yep, here we go. It's very fragile right now.
That started out as just a piece of glass, and now look how pretty it is. That's going to be, their family's going to love that.
Yep. So at the very end, he'll be taking the punchy stick off and put it into the kiln overnight to anneal.
Just like that.
Gotcha.
He did it.
Well, it's been a real pleasure to get you guys on here and to talk with you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, absolutely. You gave us your email address once before, and we'll get that listed on here. Or no, you gave us your website. What is your email address?
Okay, our email address is starrynightglass@gmail.com, and I'll spell that out for you as well. It's starrynightglass@gmail.com.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. It has been a real pleasure. Stephanie, Jason, you guys are doing some great stuff up there, and I've looked at the website, just some beautiful things. One other question, people from outside of Washington, they can contact you too and ship stuff to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. We do. Most of our business is from all over the United States. We handle it through the mail, and people send us their ash, and we send back a beautiful piece of glass art, and it works very smoothly. One of the benefits too that what we do is I take photographs of every memorial as it is being made, and then I make a small memorial video at no cost at all for the client, and we post it on our Facebook page, and they get to see it, and they can share it with their family. So that's just a little bonus thing that we like to do, and it builds trust. People see that we're working on their piece, their ashes, and it's a fun thing to watch, and because they're not here, they're not local, they can see the progress of their item being made through our little video.
Right. Well, what a pleasure to meet you guys. Thank you so much again for coming on. Thanks for making that for us during this time. That's a great treat to be able to see that transform from practically nothing into a beautiful piece of art to memorialize a loved one from a family.
Great meeting you two, and
Yes.
we hope to meet many of the other members.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, again, thank you everybody for watching. This has been another member talk. If you like what you saw, like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, all those different things. Check our website out. If you want to be a part of it, come on board anytime. We'd love to get you on here and join the conversation. So on behalf of Stephanie and Jason, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.